We are back on another episode of my barn-dominium and my new property build. If you are new here, this is my family's 5-acre piece of land where I'm building my 30 by 70 barn-dominium on. 30 by 30 of it is going to be my living space, and the remaining 30 by 40 feet of it is going to be my workshop. And on the same property, my parents are also building their house, which is pretty close to mine. So this is kind of turning into one of those family compound situations. I know I got a lot of comments in the last episode from people saying they could not live that close to their family. But my family is pretty close-knit and we all work really well together. So for us, this setup makes a lot of sense. Everyone gets their own space and we're still close enough to really help each other out when we need it. Overall, I'm very excited about it and I think it's going to turn out working really well. In the previous episodes, we started from nothing out here. We got the foundation poured for my shop, and after that, the actual building went up, and that took about a day and a half. It was a pre-manufactured metal building, so the company came out there with their 6 guys and got it taken care of really quickly. Once the building got put up, things kind of slowed down a little bit because we were waiting for electrical and the well to be installed. But luckily, getting that really didn't take too long. And once all that was hooked up, I was able to finally get going on working on the inside. First thing I focused on was getting all the power ran to the shop lights. That was all done during the summer, and if you're in Florida, you already know how brutal the heat is. Working inside a metal building during summer is no joke. And all that really made me think about is how I'm going to insulate this building because it is definitely going to need it. At the same time I was doing all that, my parents were getting progress done on their place. In the last episode, they had just started breaking ground and getting all the framing up, and then now in this episode, it's pretty much done. So I'm going to be going back in time and kind of walking you through the process and what I have recorded for that. I don't have a lot recorded because they got a lot done when I was not out here, but you can kind of follow along with me and I'll give you a full breakdown of everything I got and what all they got done themselves. A lot has happened over at my parents' house. I know they have been working on the drywall. Looks like they also ran the electrical all the way over here. Also, they installed all this around the roof. What is that called? A sconce? I'm not really sure what that's called. But this is my first time looking in here since they put the drywall up. It's dark in here. And it smells like drywall. I forgot about that smell. Today I know that they were working on texturing. Yeah, wow. They've got a lot done. A lot more than I've gotten done. It's pretty dark in here though. It looks like pretty much everything's done. Right now I'm in my parents' bedroom, moving into their bathroom. It's really dark in here, so I won't be able to see much. Almost all of this is done in here, except for the shower. Still got to put all that stuff up. Moving from the kitchen back down this hallway. Looks really good. These bedrooms are a lot smaller than I was imagining. Bathroom's a pretty good size. Oh wow, the shower's all done. This isn't tile though, this is some kind of fiberglass insert. Still looks pretty good though. Overall, looks really good. Well, fast forward a few months and I did not do a good job of keeping up with everything going on with their house. So much so that they are actually already moved in. They passed their final inspection last Thursday and then we moved them in that Friday and Saturday. Not everything is completely done yet. There's still plenty to do, but I can give you a walkthrough of everything we've done, everything we put together, and just a whole tour of their house. Going through the side door right now. I'm trying to remember everything that I've showed you before. I don't think I showed you flooring. I definitely didn't show you doors. Maybe not even drywall or a paint color. I'm just gonna give you the complete walkthrough of everything going on. Walkthrough to the left is the laundry room. Also my mom's crafting room. A little bit of a section right here. Laundry room, all this is done. This closet is storage and the water heater. Over to the right is where my grandma stays. This is her room. I did not get permission from her, so I'm not gonna show you guys around that. Right here's the half bath, pretty much done. All looks really good. And then to the right here is the spare room. It is all complete, ready to go for whoever is gonna stay in here. All looks really good. And then through here is a shared bathroom, but that is not done yet, so we're not gonna show that. And then we finally walk into the kitchen. The kitchen is complete. It all looks really good. I love their cabinet colors they chose, their countertops, everything looks really good. The same company did all the cabinets and the countertops and the backsplash. They're pretty meticulous about getting everything looking right. They actually redid a part of this backsplash because it wasn't 100% perfect. Same thing within here. There are some doors that were misaligned, so they actually replaced some of the doors. It all looks really good in here though. But this is the pantry. They got a butcher block counter in here. And I think it's all full storage now. Back out here, I love the huge farm sink. All new appliances. They got all new appliances, everything. Stove. Just a ton of cabinet storage. Now walking out to the living room, it all looks really good. I think this couch is the only thing they kept from our original house, and they'll probably replace that here in a few months. My dad actually built this whole entertainment system along with the electric fireplace. It all looks really good. It's not complete yet. I think they want to put some LED light strips around it, maybe behind the TV and such. My mom actually restored this dining table. She sanded it all down, put a new coat on it, and then collected all these chairs from Marketplace and repainted them, restained them. It looks really good. All this is new. This is actually ceramics that I made in high school. Storage closet here on the left, and then to the right is their master bedroom. All look complete. And then walking into their bathroom, all the tile work in the shower was done by the same company that did the kitchen cabinets. It all looks really good. Pretty meticulous on this too. My parents put the vanities together along with the mirrors and this whole panel wall. They did all that. Big closet, bathroom. My parents worked really hard and spent all their free time out here trying to get this place done and ready to move in. They made a ton of progress in just a short amount of time. A lot of stuff they did themselves, and they also hired out a few things. Some of the main things that they hired out were the drywall, the flooring, the insulation, kind of stuff like that. But my dad actually ran all the electrical himself. My parents did all the moldings, all the baseboards. They also hung all the doors themselves. A lot of it they did themselves, and that's actually a good thing because some of the stuff they hired out they were not too happy with, such as like the drywall work. A few things that actually went pretty smoothly were the cabinets and mainly the floor. The flooring looks great and they got it done pretty quickly. I mean, you can look down this hallway and see how straight it is. Yeah, they did a really good job on it. There were some other hiccups they had with some AC issues. Just to show an example of all the drywall, you can see they had a knockdown finish, and you can look at it right here. This doesn't look like knockdown compared to right here. The quality of the drywall work is just not there, and then around this thing looks completely different. And then back here on this wall, you can actually see the tape line, or where they didn't sand down before they added the texture. It's just stuff like that bothers me, and I know it probably bothers my parents too. Moving to the back porch, they got a lot of this done. They got this huge table in Marketplace for a really good deal. I think my mom's gonna clean this up, maybe restain it. Over here we got the fireplace, TV. I think my dad wants to turn this section into like an outdoor kitchen maybe. That's not gonna get done for a while though. And they also have the whole backyard sodded, and same thing with the front yard a little bit too. I think a pool would look really cool right here. And speaking of pool, we had a pool table at our original house. Took that apart and moved it here. Just so you know, pool tables are really heavy. It took about 4 of us to move one of the slate panels on this thing. But it's here and it's back together, looks good. I also painted this like 8 years ago. This here is the other side of their house. Actually helped them with this fence a little bit. Most of this they did themselves though. Same thing with all of this fencing. They pretty much did all that themselves as well. Right here is the front of the house. You can see where the sod actually stops. And this is just where we can't get grass to grow right now. Hopefully in summertime it'll start to grow, but right now it's pretty rough. And then Florida just had a really bad freeze a couple weeks ago and killed most of the plants that my mom planted, and it's been growing for the past year. Unfortunate. Overall, it looks really good, and I know they're happy to be finally out here and moved in. But I'm not gonna lie, between working out at my place, helping out over here, and constantly driving back from here to the old house and back out here, it's been a lot. One thing that's been tough through all of this is just keeping up with food. And I don't really have time to stop by the store every couple days. So this has actually been super convenient for me lately. This is my first package from Butcher Box. They ship high quality meat and seafood straight to your door. And the best part about this is you can customize everything. Pick exactly what you want and how often you want to get it. And you can change that anytime you want. Everything comes frozen, packed really well, and you can tell the quality of the meat right away. No antibiotics, no added hormones. This is all responsibly sourced. And something that actually makes sense when you think about it. Healthier animals create healthier food. When they're raised in low stress environments, you just end up with better quality meat overall. And at the end of the day, your health is only as good as your protein. So I'd rather fuel my body with protein that actually works and has nothing to hide. Especially with how much I have going on right now with this house build, car builds, everything. Butcher Box just makes everything easier. Good food that's already in the freezer, ready to go, no extra trips, and no wasted time. If you guys want to try it out, right now you can get $60 off when you use my link in the description. Also, you can scan this QR code right on the screen, or you can enter my code ULTIMATE at checkout to get $60 off plus free protein for a year. Huge thank you to Butcher Box for helping me keep healthy and keep this house build on track. Now let's move over to my house and see what I've done over there. Now to catch you guys up from the last episode, this is where everything starts to come together. I finished framing out my entire living space, including the ceiling joists overhead. This was my first time ever doing something like this, and honestly, turned out really better than expected, and not too hard, especially for by myself. And once that was done, it was time to move on to stuff like plumbing, electrical, two things I've never done to this scale before. I started by running all the plumbing through the whole building, in the master bathroom, the half bath, the laundry room, the kitchen, even out to the fridge and a spot for a pot filler. All that was ran with PEX hosing, and that made it very easy. Once all that was ran, I capped it all off and water tested it. No leaks at all, so then it was time to move to the electrical, and unfortunately I lost all that footage except for this little bit. I had to run some wiring to where my island's gonna be, so I had to run that underneath the concrete. But I wired up the entire place by myself and I had everything checked over and it's working properly. And I'll tell you right now, wire is not cheap. I did find some good deals on Marketplace, but still it was a lot more than I expected. But in doing it myself, I saved so much money. So much money. Next up was insulating the entire building, and since this is a metal building, I looked into spray foam, but I got quoted right around $15,000. I don't have that kind of money just laying around, so instead I did a DIY spray foam, and that acts as like a moisture barrier, and then I added rolled insulation on top of that to keep the space cool. I just insulated the living area for now. Eventually I'll do the rest of the building. My main focus was my living space for now. After all that was done, it was time for drywall. I got a few quotes to have someone else do it, and they were honestly insane. Almost the same price as my parents' entire house, which is about a third of my size. So I did it myself. I hung every sheet on the ceiling solo, and then I had a few friends come and help me knock out most of the walls, and after that I finished it all by myself. And honestly, hanging it all, that was the easy part. The real work was mudding, taping, sanding, and that took me weeks. I've done body work before on cars and such, so I was hoping it would translate pretty easy. But doing that across 900 square feet of living space, it was a totally different level, and I have the total respect to people who do drywall for work. It is something I never want to do again. The sanding just drains you, it's messy, exhausting, and you're just covered in dust nonstop. Once the drywall was finally smooth, it was time to texture the walls. I went with a knockdown finish. It looks good and it hides a lot of the imperfections. And since this was my first time drywalling, I needed to hide my little bit of imperfections that I can notice. I think the average person won't be able to see these flaws in the drywall, but since I know where they are, they stand out to me. But overall, I'm very happy with how it turned out. After drywall was done, it was time for paint. I primed everything and then I cleaned up the walls with an off-white color. This is like the most popular color right now, so I went with a safe bet. After all that was up, it was starting to feel like a house. And with all that finished and painted, it was time to move on to one of the biggest things, air conditioning. Luckily, Della sent me out this split unit system. What I really like about this setup is it ties into my smart home so I can control everything remotely or through my Amazon smart home setup, which honestly saves me money on power. And compared to traditional AC systems, these are way more affordable and easier to install, and I've heard they are way cheaper to run. Not sure if that's true or not. We'll find out. It just makes more sense to run this than trying to run full ductwork everywhere, and that just takes up space I could use for storage up ahead. I installed 2 units, one in the bedroom and one in the living room. Both are running off the same outdoor unit, and I want to make sure everything looks clean, so instead of running the lines all over the outside of the building, I routed everything through my attic and back down through the outside wall. It took a little bit more pre-planning before I even put the drywall up, but it makes a huge difference on how everything looks once it's finished. The drain lines are gravity fed though, so I had to run those straight out the wall. Just keep that in mind. The install itself wasn't bad. Everything is labeled. The wiring is all pretty straightforward. It's numbered 1 through 4. Just the parts that slowed me down were vacuuming out the whole system. I know not everyone has a vacuum, but they're affordable enough to make this work. And I had to cut the copper lines down a little bit because I ordered them a little bit too long. So you do need the tools for that. But honestly, by the time you pay someone to come out here and install this, it would have been cheaper just to buy the tools yourself. This was actually my first time installing a system like this, so I wasn't sure what to expect going into it. But after doing it once, it's honestly not as complicated as I expected it to be. Overall, it took me about 6 hours to do everything by myself, saved a ton of money, and I liked it so much, I ended up talking my siblings into getting one, and that only took me about 3 hours to install. The big thing to take away from all this is now I have power and air conditioning to work in here and finish the rest of this up. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. This place has come a long way from a bare metal building to something that actually feels like a house. I still have a lot left to do, but the next videos are coming out very soon. I'm going to break everything down a full bathroom build, the kitchen build, my living room, my bedroom. You'll get to see every detail of how all that comes together. And hopefully this will give you some inspiration and maybe some motivation to be able to do this stuff by yourself. I'm really excited for what I have to show you. And I think you guys are gonna be very surprised by how this all turns out. That's it for this video. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.